two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Mississippi State's offense will get the first crack at it here. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Mississippi State right back to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete! So close to that end. Almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field, and right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. Give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Zings it complete to the right. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
Looking for an open area to his left. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy?
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! The extra point here would tie the game. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Now on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Dropping back, it's Blunt. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Looking for a crease to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Dances away. Fires on the move. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. The early scripts have work trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Trying the left side. Got enough for the first down. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They are up by 7 over Boston College. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. A pickup of 5, marks it at the 36-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Unloads quickly. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Pocket breaking down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
They kick it away on 4th down. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass, it's Blunt. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown tie! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Rides the back on the option, the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Mississippi State going up-tempo. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's third and short. From the gun. Wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Barmore. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Leaves it with the running back. Running to Green. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and short now from their own 48.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll leave it with him. Looking for more room. Got enough for the first. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To throw, it's Blunt. Here comes the heat. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. The quick out. At the 20, he's got space. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The give on the inside. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he puts through the extra point.
35, Mississippi State, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Mississippi State right back to the line. Gonna swing it on second down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air. It's Blunt. He's moving out of the pocket. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And you can't get it all back in one play, but I really like that second down, man. I mean, that's a big positive chunk. You sneak the run in. They weren't thinking about the run. They were thinking pass after that disaster of first down when it was. So you kind of make this a little bit more manageable, easier play call now on third down.
Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going for a big play downfield. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Good right down the boulevard. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Discards him with the stiff arm. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Looking downfield, it's Blunt. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Power football with the run. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and take it back. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Snuffed out behind. Line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Brooks. He's going to throw deep right side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to scramble. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The run from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
From the gun, the running back has it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Hits him with a stiff arm. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Brooks. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come inches short of converting that third down. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down, looking for more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Get set.
They'll try the left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
In the end zone.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. One final play before the end of the quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Handoff from the shotgun. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Going to the running game. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Second down, they'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. Finds a little space. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. He lobs one high down the left side. Picked off to stop the threat.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Throwing right. He's got it. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field.
Hold it.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Now on second down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Off play action. Buying some time. He's going to run it. Finds a crease at the 20. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. The pull and throw off the RPO. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Oh, what a cut! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 3rd. Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown time. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Trying play action. On the move to his left. Fires to the wideout. Man, did he have a read on that one and almost had the pick. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's swatted away. turnover on downs. To the air on first down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the boot, looking for his man. Pressure coming. Unleashes it on the run. Fires and picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he... the turnover. And a great opportunity for his offense. From the gun to give, looking for room.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
He's got him. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Get set, get set.
Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Pulls it in. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Hard running there. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bama. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up. The 50. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool.